cold email marketing software. So a few guidelines for cold email marketing. First, you'll want to buy a domain specifically for cold emailing. Month number 1, don't email via this new domain. Domain age is a key factor in minimizing the chance of landing in spam email folders. Month number 2, launch an email warming up campaign to legitimize your domain in the eyes of spam filters. Finally, month 3, you can start cold emailing, but don't send more than 50 emails per day from this new domain. You can only cold email unsolicited marketing to B2B or business to business if you provide the business an option to unsubscribe from your emails. For email marketing individuals, you need consent per current spam laws. We suggest collecting opted-in users via software like ConvertKit, Lead Pages, or ClickFunnels. When you download this PDF, click this hyperlink to go to our landing pages tutorial at Coursenvy.com/what-is-a-landing-page. On this page, we break down how to create a landing page and all the top solutions: Lead Pages, ClickFunnels, Webflow, ConvertKit, and so on. So first off, create a cold email domain. Never cold email from your main brand domain. With the potential for being flagged as spam, you don't want to hurt your main URL's reputation in Google search results and deliverability for your everyday business emails. So only cold email market from your specific cold email domain. For example, our main domain is Coursenvy.com, but our cold email domain is envyads.com. So it's similar, it includes our brand and includes what we do. Your cold email domain can be anything, but I like to be similar or pretty close to our main domain name. Month number 1, domain aging. So first, purchase your cold email domain and workspace. One requirement for cold email marketing is using Google Domains and Google Workspace. Google's default email records are exactly what you need to avoid spam filters. This includes the SPF, Sender Policy Framework, and DKIM, Domain Keys Identified Mail. Not all mail hosting services offer this, so using Google Workspace is required for cold email. So to do this, navigate to domains.google.com. So at domains.google.com, search for a cold email domain name similar to your main domain name, add that domain to your cart, then click the cart icon in the top right to check out. As you can see, we did Coursenvy ads, very similar. Add to cart. While checking out, make sure to toggle on this checkbox, Google Workspace. This enables that SPF and DKIM email records we need for optimal email deliverability from this URL. Plus, enabling this gives us the option to email and work via Gmail, a very user-friendly email interface. So scroll down. As you can see, we have Google Workspace checkbox. Here, input our name and our username for this cold email domain. So I selected info. So it'll be info@coursenvyads.com. One more thing to make sure to check mark here is that allow this account to manage domain settings. This is so I can set a redirect for the DNS. I'll show you in a second here. So complete your checkout. Once you pay for your domain and you're in this Google Workspace, click the DNS option in the left sidebar. Again, we're at domains.google.com. So this is that managing domains option. So under DNS, scroll down to the domain forward section. Under the domain forward section, click manage, then type in the main URL and select permanent redirect 301 for the redirect type. So for this example, our cold email domain, envyads.com, redirects to our main domain if someone types it into a browser. So they type in envyads.com, it will permanently redirect 301 to coursenvy.com. But I can email via envyads without worry of hurting coursenvy.com. Month number 2, warm up your domain. Warm up your cold email domain using our partner email warm-up service. This automatically raises your email sending reputation. So coursenvy.com/warmup. Once you create an account here, on this home screen of inboxes, click that Add Inbox button to warm up your email address. What we just created, info@envyads.com. This will legitimize your domain, increase email deliverability, and minimize the chance of landing in email spam folders. So once you add your email address, click the Settings option for this email. On the settings page for this email address, click the Edit Schedule link. In this Edit Schedule pop-up, here you can see the warm-up preferences. How many do you want to send per day? What do you want your reply rate to be? This warm-up service warms up your email for you, emailing, opening these emails, responding to these emails, all with a robot, making it look like, oh, this is a very active inbox, not sending spam. The people they're sending to are opening. This is a great domain. So I leave it at the default. This warm-up service has it optimized. As you can see, it gives a suggested window, and all of their defaults are right down the middle. So like I said, we'll follow the suggested schedule for each field. Never send over the max emails to keep your inbox in good standing. Keep your future cold emails out of spam folders. That's what that means. So we keep this email warm-up software on indefinitely for the best cold email results. So we're always trying to look good in the eyes of spam filters by having this warm-up software going on in the background, replying and opening and sending emails for us. Month number 3, begin cold emailing. Now it is time to start sending cold emails. So sign up for HubSpot for free using this partner link, coursenvy.com/HubSpot. Again, use your new Google Workspace cold email address. For us, info@envyads.com. HubSpot is an all-in-one marketing software we use for cold email marketing, sales lead nurturing, and customer relationship management, or CRM. So first, connect your personal email. We've created our HubSpot account. Now we have to connect a personal email so you can track replies via HubSpot. This means simply logging into your new Google Workspace email account. So log into your HubSpot, click Settings in that top nav bar. In the left sidebar, click General. On the General page, click the Email tab. So on this Email Settings page, click that Connect Personal Email button. This will open the email provider pop-up. Select that Google option. Since we're logged into our Google Workspace in this browser, that info@envyads.com, it will prompt us to select that email. Then we just select Allow. And as you can see, we're back on that General Settings page under Email Settings, and our cold email address is connected and enabled. Next on this page, we need to toggle on Include Unsubscribe Link. Remember, that's required per spam law. So checkmark this box. Then we click the link above it, Edit Email Signature, and we input our business name and address. Again, required for spam law, your business name, address, unsubscribe link. Adding unsubscribe links to your cold emails can help you be compliant with spam laws. But again, this is not legal advice, so always consult with a business attorney. Next, we need to import contacts into our HubSpot account. So first, download a .csv file template from HubSpot. Again, when you download this PDF, you can click this link and download one of these templates. So navigate to your HubSpot contacts page. That's in the contacts menu and then contacts. On this contacts page in the top right corner, click the import button. Click the Start an Import button on this page. Select the File from Computer option. Select the One File option. Select the Multiple Objects option for how many objects you are importing. Then toggle on the Companies and Contacts for the objects you are importing. On this Upload Your Files, select a file page, upload your .csv template you've completed. On this mapping page, confirm the spreadsheet column mapping is correct. So the HubSpot property name, first name, your column header from the CSV, first name. So make sure it all matches. Finally, agree to the terms and click the Finish Import button. How to create a workflow in HubSpot. Workflow is a marketing term that refers to an automated process where emails are triggered based on set rules. I create workflows or automatic emails based on job titles. Job titles is a column in my .csv contact file upload. So let's create a workflow. Click the Workflows page in the Automation drop-down menu in your HubSpot account. On this Workflows page, click the Create Workflow button in the top right corner. This will redirect you to your workflow creation page. At the top middle, you can name your workflow. Then in the top left, you'll start from scratch and select a contact-based workflow. So for your type of workflow, just select blank workflow. We're going to build this from scratch. So here's your workflow. This is a step-by-step action item. So you'll need to add actions to your workflow. So step 1, step 2, and so on. Step 1 is adding a trigger. A trigger is how contacts are automatically added to this workflow. So what action item happens or triggers to add a contact to this workflow? For us, as you can see in our .csv spreadsheet, job title is a column. So we know when a person has a job title of CTE, they should be added to the CTE workflow. So when I click that Add Triggers option, our first step of our workflow, I select job title. Trigger workflow when job title, a contact's job title, is equal to any. And then I type in the actual phrase from that column in my contact upload spreadsheet, which is capital CTE. And then I update that filter. So whenever a new contact is added, they're going to be automatically added to this workflow because their job title is equal to CTE. So when we upload a new contact.csv spreadsheet, if the job title column is equal to the word CTE, they will be automatically added to this email workflow. But this trigger can be anything. It could be based on name, company, upload date. Search through all these triggers and see what is right for your contact list. Now that we've set up our trigger, we need to add actions to this workflow. So I'll click that plus sign button below the trigger and below each action going forward and choose an action from this menu that pops up on the right sidebar. So as you can see, our contact enrollment trigger is job is equal to CTE. I clicked that plus button to add an action. In the right sidebar, choose an action menu. I select delay for a set amount of time. We like to set a time delay between emails so our sales emails don't all send on the same day. We want to space them out. So I've set 1 hour. After someone is added to this, in an hour, the first email will be sent. Save this action. Now our time delay action has been added to our workflow. So step 1, job title CTE. Step 2, delay for an hour. Then I click that plus sign, add an action below that. And this next action will be send email. So like I said, click that plus sign. We're adding a new action below these 2 workflow steps. And I select send email. This will be our next action. So since we've not created an email yet, in this send email menu in the right sidebar, click the create new email link. So first, name your email for internal reference. CTE number 1, we know this is our first email for job title CTE. Then complete your email content, your from name, your from address, your subject line, and then the body of your email. So a pro tip here, question in your intro email. Our highest response email number 1 is a question. You aren't selling anything, rather asking a simple question. Once a person replies to an email, they're much more likely to reply to your follow-up email, starting a conversation with them and slowly warming them up to a sale of your product or service. So for our example, hi, first name, who manages CTE at company name, ? So if it's them, they'll reply, "Oh, it's me." Or if it's not them, they'll CC intro you to the correct person. Make this first email so easy for them to reply to. Don't stuff it with thousands of words. One sentence only. So pro tip number 2 is email personalization. This is the second most important part of cold emailing. People love their name. So use it. So since this is an automated bulk email, we're not typing in everybody's name. Rather, HubSpot is pulling their first name from that spreadsheet upload you created. So we had the first name column. So I click that personalize option. I select first name, the column from my contact upload, and each email that automatically sends in this workflow will use the varying contact's actual first name and actual company name from the contact data columns in our .csv. So next, below the body of this email, again, you need to add your company info and unsubscribe link footer to your email. So click that Manage button under Email Footer. On this Manage Email Footer page, click the Edit link, add your company name and full address to the footer. Again, required for spam laws. Once you save your email footer, the default footer will appear here, along with your business address. So just click that Save Email button. And as you can see in the right sidebar, our newly created email will appear. We'll select the option, the little radio button. I select that next to CTE number 1 email. Then I click Save. And as you can see, our next action item has been added to our workflow. First, somebody with the job title CTE is uploaded to our contact list. They're added to this workflow. 1 hour later, we send them email number 1 with a personalized first name and a personalized company name. So let's publish this workflow. We can add to it later. So click that Review and Publish button in the top right corner to turn this workflow on. On this workflow review page, before turning on the workflow, scroll down to Set a Workflow Goal. So as you can see, we've scrolled down to the contacts will be removed when they meet the following goal criteria. So if a contact reaches your goal, you don't want to keep auto emailing them. Therefore, you need to create a goal criteria so the contact is removed once they meet your goal. So that's why we select Edit next to this option. Now the workflow goal pop-up will appear. So for this, we select marketing emails. Next, we select the marketing email that we want to unenroll contacts from when they reach our goal. So CTE number 1 is our email name. We'll select that. Next, we need to select our goal criteria, which will be contact replied to email. So with sales email, you want to stop the automated follow-up emails once the cold email contact has replied, because then you're going to reply in person in your own Gmail account and back and forth with this user, answer their questions, provide value, and make the sale. So once we've selected that, as you can see, contacts will be automatically unenrolled from this workflow when they meet your goal. Your goal is marketing email activity. The goal criteria is replied to email named CTE number 1. So review your workflow goal. Contacts will be automatically unenrolled from this workflow when they meet your goal, such as replied to email CTE number 1. So we're happy with this. Click the Save button. And on this workflow review page, click the Turn On button in the top right. So on this workflows page, you will see your workflow is turned on. So let's click that workflow name to view its performance. So on this workflow page, click the Performance tab to see your workflow data, such as delivery rate, open rate, click rate. As you can see, 100% of our emails have been sent, 100% delivered, but 0 have opened. But we did just send this, so we'll come back later and keep checking this. We can also view specific contact activity. To do this, navigate to the Contacts page. So top left corner, Contacts dropdown, select Contacts. On the Contacts page, select any contact name from the list. So we click this one we've uploaded. On this Contacts activity page, you can view the email activity specific to this contact. So you can see the date we sent them an email. You can see if they opened it, see if they replied, and so on. So now let's say we want to edit our email. We're not getting responses. We want to edit it. So under the marketing navbar option menu, select email. So it's on this marketing email page. We can see our past created emails. CTE number 1, for example. But say I want to create a new email. I want to create a follow-up, CTE number 2. So on this email page, click the Create Email button. So we'll choose an email type. Again, it's going to be automated because we're adding it to our current workflow, an automatic workflow. Next, we'll be prompted to select a template for this email. We see the highest deliverability with plain text emails. A plain email is no HTML, so it has a higher deliverability rate. So we'll select plain email. We'll name our email. So CTE number 2, this is going to be a follow-up. And again, personalization is key. We'll pull the first name from our contact data. So hi, click the personalize button, select first name, and then make sure to check mark the global default value box. So use this property's global default value. So hi, first name, comma. For follow-up emails, a great follow-up email for leads that haven't replied to our first email is simply, I am sure you're busy, just bumping this to the top of your inbox. Thank you. People do get busy. Sometimes they forget. So this is a nice little way to bump it back to the top of their inbox, literally. Next, click this settings tab on this email creation page. Scroll down to the subject line, add a subject line, then click the Review and Save button in the top right corner. Next, we'll go to our Workflows page. Under Automations, click Workflows, click on our workflow name, CTE Workflow for this example. And again, we're going to click that plus sign at the bottom of this workflow to add a new action. So like I said, I want to space out my emails. I don't want to email them all the same day. The best results we see are from spacing out emails by 5 days. So again, I click that action plus sign. In the right sidebar action menu, I select delay for a set amount of time. Then I input 5 days and save this action item. So as you can see, a user is added, they're emailed, we wait 5 days, and now click the plus sign again to add a new action. This is where we add email number 2, our second follow-up. So we select email, send email for this new action item. In this send email option menu, I select CTE number 2, that second follow-up email we just created. So I select that, click the save button, and now as you can see, our workflow is fleshing out. A person is added. They are emailed number 1. There's a delay for 5 days. Email number 2 is automatically emailed. But note, now that we have 2 emails in our automated email workflow, we need to update our workflow goal. So in the top left corner, click the View or Edit Goal button to unenroll contacts that have replied to either of these emails. Remember, you don't want to send automatic emails if they've already replied to you. So in this workflow goal pop-up, you can see our initial goal is still in there, the goal criteria of they replied to CTE number 1. So I'll click the OR button. They replied to CTE number 1 or replied to CTE number 2 email. So again, marketing emails for the filter. Then for the criteria is email number 2 name. And for the goal criteria, contact replied to email. Then I click the Apply Filter button. So review your workflow goal. Contacts will be automatically unenrolled from this workflow when they meet your goal of replying to CTE number 1 or replying to CTE number 2. So that's our goal. This is great. Click the Save button. Now let's walk through a HubSpot example from start to finish. So step number 1, format your spreadsheet using HubSpot's templates. Remember, only upload/send 50 emails max per day. So download that formatted .csv file from this link. As you can see, our common layout is first name column, last name column, email address column, company name column, job title column, and then company domain name column. So make sure to include your workflow trigger as a column. Remember, the workflow trigger is what auto adds a contact to that workflow. For my workflow, the trigger was contact's job title equals CTE. Step number 2, navigate to your HubSpot's contact page. That's the top left menu, contacts, and then select the contacts option in the drop-down menu. On this contacts page, click the import button in the top right corner. Step 3, click the start and import button. Step 4, select the file from computer option. Step 5, select the one file option. Step 6, select the multiple objects option. Step 7, toggle the companies and contacts option. Step 8, click the choose a file link and upload your .csv contact email list. Step 9, confirm the spreadsheet column mapping is correct. Step 10, agree to the terms and click the Finish Import button. Now let's review your workflow. Under the Automation menu, select Workflows in that drop-down menu. As you can see, our workflow updated automatically via our workflow trigger, which added this new contact list import to the workflow. I added 48 people. So now you can see total enrolled 49. So now on this workflows page, click the workflow name. So CT workflow. And here we can review our workflow performance. We'll click that performance tab on this workflow page. And here we'll review our email data, such as delivered percentage, open percentage, clicked percentage. So make sure to check your Gmail workspace email inbox connected with your HubSpot account to see the actual replies from people. How to build email lists. So to build out these contact email lists or sales pipeline, we use ZoomInfo's portfolio of constantly updated company contact data. So go to Coursenvy.com/ZoomInfo, and it's kind of like a LinkedIn meets Google. I can search for people, I can see their title at companies, I can see their email, their phone number, and I can export all of that for quick, easy building of these email outreach lists that I'll upload to HubSpot. Now, our team at Coursenvy will also create these email lead lists for you, as well as manage any of your marketing campaigns, whether that's Google ads, YouTube ads, Facebook ads. So feel free to reach out to us with questions, info@coursenvy.com, and check out our services, Coursenvy.com/services. How to write cold emails. So like we mentioned to you, opening with email number 1 being a question is our highest response rate. Then email number 2, following up, saying, hey, bumping this to the top of your inbox. I know you're busy. It's as simple as that. But if you want to get more detailed, add more personalization, there's a lot of great templates out there.